because I don't call people peasant! Bulletbarry, for the crimes against the PC Master Race! Fuck! For he who argues like a console peasant gets called a console peasant. I am officially declaring the PC elitist jihad against you. The 2 videos I'm watching of Bulletbarry are the worst fucking videos I've watched in at least a month. Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! It's dead. Right through the nose.
Well, looks like I got roasted. If you're unfamiliar with this guy, his name is TopHats and Champagne. He's actually the guy who invented Console Peasant Quotes. My Console Peasant Quotes series was inspired by him, and he decided to make one of these Console Peasant Quotes videos about me. So how did this start? Well, a few days ago, he was doing a live stream, and as he always does, he was debunking ignorance. A video of mine happened into the recommended feed, and he decided why not? Let's see if Bulletbarry has said something stupid. And apparently, I have. Not only did he go through 2 of my videos, but he then decided to make a video on the first one he watched. Now, the videos he chose to debunk were part of my Everything is Person to Person series. The thing he dislikes most about these videos is, get this, how open-minded I am.
That's a problem with open minds. If your mind is too open, everything falls out.
I'm apparently giving a voice to those who don't deserve one. I'm being too kind to everyone, and it would do me well to tell the world how I really feel. Be opinionated. Just tell it as I feel it and screw anyone who once said voice.
Can you stop being such a neutral fag? Bulletbarry, please do not apply your fucking neutrality. No, they're fucking wrong and they're fucking retards. Giving ideas equal time when they don't deserve it is a fucking fallacy.
Now, I'm kind of at a crossroad. See, I could be polite old Barry like I normally am and look at this the way I normally do. Or take TopHats' advice and give him a piece of his own medicine. And after thinking it over, I decided if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna let loose. But I want to be clear. You asked for this, TopHats. According to TopHats and Champagne, there are 4 relevant PC politics type channels.
For me, there's only 4 relevant channels right now. I can only imagine me, Bulletbarry, Rags, and Fringy right now.
And he respects them all individually. Until it's not convenient for him to do so. See, in the video he made, you'll notice that nothing I said was factually incorrect. I mean, look up the definition of elitist or elitism. For me, the dictionary definition is the definition that I go by. According to TopHats over here, though, words can just be changed at will. And this little hypocrite has used the word correctly before.
And yet they perform better than consoles. Your elitism is duly noted, though, Rob, who lives in the dark.
Despite that,
your definition of PC elitist is wrong! Wrong! Bulletbarry, you're wrong!
And then,
relating to or supporting the view that a society or system should be led by an elite, or a person who believes that a society or system should be led by an elite. That is a stupid definition and I disagree with that too. The dictionary is wrong too.
And then he went ahead and nitpickingly found a definition that he liked.
The consciousness of being or belonging to an elite. Yeah, I think that fits me, and I think that fits a lot of PC elitists that do not exactly fall into your category.
He just gets to pick and choose what definition he wants, doesn't he? No, Barry, he doesn't. You just use a very narrow definition. Okay, let's look up a few definitions then. Of a person or class of persons considered superior by others or by themselves as an intellect, talent, power, wealth, or position in society. It gives an example. Elitist country clubbers who have theirs and don't care about anyone else. Okay, how about another? Catering to or associated with an elitist class, its ideologies, or its institutions. How about one more? A person having, thought to have, or professing superior intellect, or talent, power, wealth, or membership in the upper echelons of society. Okay, those pretty much sound the same. What about some synonyms? Aristocratic, snobbish, high hat, persnickety, potty, ritzy, snobby, snooty, snotty, toffee-nosed, aloof, arrogant, bumptious, haughty, high and mighty, look. All of these words mean the same thing, and forgive me for using the word the way it's defined. So do I have a problem with TopHats using it differently? Well, no. But to change the word's definition, and then get annoyed at someone for using it correctly? You've used the word correctly. I mean, for the love of God, Rags even uses the word the same way I do. Not that that makes me right, but 2 against 1, haha. The point I'm trying to illustrate is this. If you look at one of his videos and the way in which he does them, you'll notice a pattern. The guy is extremely nitpicky, and not just when it comes to mine, but in every video he does. See, the guy he's debunking doesn't have to be incorrect factually. All it takes is TopHats simply not agreeing. Even if TopHats is wrong, he does feel differently, and therefore the guy he's debunking is incorrect. And this is what happened with my person-to-person video, because it gives people the ability to see another person's point of view, and that's not cool because I don't agree with that point of view. You know, you may try watching them with an open mind there, buddy. The point of these videos is to sit back, watch the video, and reflect. I understand you like to take bits out of context and twist them a bit, and that's totally fine, but you understand anybody can do that, right? For example, now, to be fair, TopHats is experienced in the field of online debunking. I mean, he's been doing it for years, and he'll make that clear.
I don't know if I would have been so open about this when I was your age. Every time I talk to somebody in my age, the evolution of thought is always the same, that they end up with my stance. Almost every person my age is the same in this case. You don't know how I was when I was your age.
Oh, you're older than me, huh? Well, that definitely makes you right. I apologize. I'll just take my millennial mind elsewhere. Or, better yet, can you teach me? Teach me the ways of being of an aged mind. You can be my sensei. What do you say, Papa Top? Just so everyone knows, those were taken out of context and twisted around a bit. He actually really hates it when people bring up age as an argument. But along with the new Papa Top meme that I just created there's one more thing I have to narc on you for.
I need my visual stimulation. This is why I'm on YouTube. Which is why every now and then I'm a bit bitchy about channels, and not only you and Rags, who do not incorporate the visual factor very much.
This guy's a little bit obsessed with visual stimulation, something he offers the viewers that these other channels don't offer. I mean, Rags has the dog, Fringy has the gameplay, and I do the same, but TopHats here makes a point to add visual stimulation. He brings it up even in videos that don't pertain to the topic whatsoever.
You may be all intellectually poor, as some may have suggested, that you don't care about the faces, you don't care about the visual representation.
But that's actually a very good point there, Papa Top, and I've been thinking. Every time I need to laugh or gasp, I can use visual stimulation in relation to your favorite thing.
Jesus was a whore who liked anal. And he liked anal from Roman soldiers. And when he got nailed to the cross, he got an erection. And then a Roman soldier fucked him in the ass.
So TopHats, that's stimulating enough? You're gonna nitpick that too. One other thing that he harped on about was my use of the word maturity, and this one, I gotta agree with him on.
They should be mature enough. Oh, you know, maturity. Maturity is so fucking overrated. And when I grew up, I left behind all the childish things. Amongst these childish things was the desire to act like an adult. You know, you were talking about maturity. You know what a sign of maturity is? Not caring how you look to anybody else. Oh look, I'm Bulletbarry and I'm so mature because I don't call people peasants. If you're not as mature as I am, you're hurting PC gaming.
I have for a while changed my ideals on what makes a PC elitist an elitist, and it has nothing to do with maturity. Now, I want to explain this PC elitist thing because it had TopHats on a fuss here.
Okay, before you say what a PC elitist is, I say what a PC elitist is. A PC elitist is somebody who knows that the PC is a superior better platform and is not ashamed to say so, regardless of whether they get called out as an asshole, a douche, an idiot, a fucking gay faggot, go fuck your mother, or whatever else people come up with. That for me is a PC elitist.
Okay, that's fair. To me, a PC elitist is someone who belittles others with their knowledge, puts them down, insults them unjustifiably for no other reason than that person is a console gamer, or a PC gamer with a low-respect system. Essentially, attacking someone because they feel their PC makes them a superior individual, and these are the kinds of people that I see as elitist. Perhaps my definition is narrow, and I'll accept that, but I see myself as an enthusiast. I like hardware and tech, and when it comes to the PC platform, it intrigues me more than my consoles ever did. Look up the definitions for elitist and enthusiast and decide accordingly, but regardless as to what you want to call yourself, it's not something to get into a fuss about. People call me a PC elitist all the time in a negative way, and it doesn't ever bother me, but Top Hats, I didn't mean to strip that title from you. I definitely think your definition holds something special, and I will always see you as a PC elitist, buddy. Don't worry. Barry, you're being a bit mean here. Well, okay, you're right, but you gotta admit, this guy's got a bit of an ego. I mean, it's funny, don't get me wrong, he's charismatic, he's clever, but every now and then you gotta knock him down a bit. This whole Papa Top thing may need to have a double meaning here. Now I want to go through his video in the stream that he did a bit and pick out a few smaller things that he got wrong.
Giving ideas equal time when they don't deserve it is a fucking fallacy.
This is a fallacy? Maybe so, but personally, I like my fallacies to be a bit more objective. Debates happen because one side believes one thing and the other side believes something different. Just because you deem something not worthy of discussion, it doesn't mean it should be disregarded. That's just as extreme as a religious person saying he disregards anything you say because he deems it less important. Not really a fallacy, unless you have a different definition of that word too.
Oh no! We wouldn't want that! We wouldn't want to insult anybody.
Top Hats seems to think that I want a safe space for console peasants, and a lot of people blindly believed him when he said that. Hey guys, 3 seconds of research? My most popular video series on YouTube? You gotta be kidding me! Lastly, he made it seem like I wanted to convert console gamers. This isn't true either, and I'm not exactly sure how he drew that conclusion, as I say far more that I want cross-platform gaming. Now, real quick, there was one thing that I said that I don't agree with. I said that a lot of PC gamers can become elitist because they just converted from console and don't know any better, and that was naive of me. It was a huge generalization, and that's really unlike me. I strive for objectivity, but forgot the rest of the world existed. Take the victory on that one, Papa Top, it's yours. To wrap up, let's look at this from the beginning and see what Top's biggest issues were when it came to my videos.
Leaving your mind so open to everything that everything that goes into your mind falls out again. That's a problem with open minds. If your mind is too open, everything falls out. I think Bulletbarry comes from this planet. This one.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Just because you believe something does not mean that you are the most radical part. Welcome to Wisdom with Bulletbarry.
Yeah, I'm open-minded. Yeah, I'm objective. And so what? It's obviously working for me. If you see Rags, myself, Fringy, and yourself as the 4 horsemen of PC gaming, you're going to have to realize that death and famine are not going to be the same. I agree with you on the fundamentals, but I'm never going to agree with you on everything, and neither will you with me. It definitely doesn't mean that I have no respect for you, and I don't think that's what you're saying as well. But, duh, I think differently. For someone who faults me for claiming the obvious, you seem to have a hand in that yourself. I think the thing you're missing here is that I'm not you, Top Hats, and I don't think like you. Fault me for trying my hardest to see things from every angle, but this is who I am, and it's done me well. You know what makes us different? Is that everything is person to person, and I hope you cringe when you hear that. I hope from now on you always have at least one comment in your videos that's left to remind you of me. Everything is person to person, and I hope one day you have to use that statement yourself. I also hope that every time you use your intro, you always think of this. Yeah, that's hentai now.
You're so full of shit, Barry. I've never seen a person so full of shit as you.
For he who argues like a console peasant gets called a console peasant.
I'll take a potato chip and eat it.
No, neutrality is for the vast majority of people, not appreciated. No.
So then why is it that I did surpass you? Now, have I ever said something stupid? Of course I have. Everyone starts somewhere, and there was a point when I had to discover who I was and where I was at when it came to some subjects, but was I wrong in the video? Yes and no. Looking back on it, Papa Top made some really decent points, and I've come to find that I don't feel the same way I did back then. At least, I don't feel as strongly. I do have to thank you, though. I was always weary of these rant videos and causing drama, but this was a lot of fun. Barry, I need to say something. The disagreements, the personal attacks, I'm just afraid you're becoming a rant channel. Look, guys, I'm not becoming, nor will I ever be, a rant channel. TopHats was messing with me, and I wanted to mess with him back. To be honest, I like the guy, and I have nothing against him. I hope he takes the video as a gotcha vid, but he needs to realize that differing opinions isn't a bad thing, and it's a huge part of my channel. Not for safe space reasons, but because looking into every side of something gives you massive perspective into pretty much everything. I mean, just look at this on a small scale. You and me, TopHats, we both make PC gaming style videos, but you and I are very different. You make videos debunking ignorance on the internet, and I make quality content. I hope you know I'm just messing around with you, but if you ever decide to come at me again, just know it won't be hard to simply
Papa Top again.